Hello students. In this lecture we will discuss about water pollution. In our previous lecture we have seen what is pollution, what are different kind of pollutants, primary and secondary pollutants and their effect. We have also seen air pollution. Now I am proceeding my lecture as water pollution here. You can say contamination in the water is known as water pollution. And all those contaminated substances are known as water pollutants. Again, these can categorize as primary and secondary pollutants that cause different kind of effects. Like primary pollutants make water impotable. They may be different kind of impurities and bacteria, virus kind of pathogen that shows the contamination in the water and responsible to cause various kind of contaminated diseases. While as the secondary effect or secondary pollutant, uh, as we know very well, these kind of pollutants are formed by the reaction of various primary pollutants, and these are rather harmful as they affect, they leads to the death of organisms. Like eutrophication. Now I am going to discuss about the causes of water pollution. Household wastewater. This can be formed by bathing, by washing clothes, utensils, etc. Sewage metal, domestic waste, industrial wastage, hot water of thermal plants and nuclear reactors, agricultural waste, as pesticides, fertilizer, etc. Oil spill.
These are the main cause of water pollution. Now I'm going to discuss about the effects of water pollution.
The main effect is all those kind of impurities make water impotable. Next is about different kind of diseases. These chemicals are used by microbes as food, and that's why there is a great growth of microbes that cause algal bloom or water bloom, which shows contamination in the environment. If such a kind of water is used for drinking purpose, then that leads to various kind of diseases like dysentery, diarrhea. If we directly dumped industrial waste into the water bodies, in these kind of industrial waste usually heavy metals are found like mercury, lead,
arsenic, etc. And these heavy metals are introduced in our food chain because these elements are used by plants, and later on by the absorption they are introduced in the plants, and later on they cannot participate in any kind of metabolism, so these are stored in the plant bodies. When that kind of plants or planktons are used by different kind of animals, herbivore animal, they all those heavy metals will move in the herbivore's body, and so on. And such a kind of storage of heavy metal, or you can say storage of non-biodegradable substance in a living being, is known as bioaccumulation. And I'm going to give you an example. The best example to learn this thing is Minamata disease. I know you have learnt about this. The Minamata disease occurs in Japan and Minamata Lake. This one is a disease that is done due to the contamination of mercury in fishes. These fishes are found in Minamata Lake, where industrial waste is dumped, and because of that mercury is utilized by plants, and later on it will move in the fishes, and those fishes are consumed by human beings that cause paralysis and a regular deformity in the organs. Just like that, due to cadmium contamination, itai disease has been caused, and so on. The domestic waste and sewage water, these are basically organic waste which are usually directly dumped into the water bodies. This one acts as the organic matter for the microbes growth, and that's lead to water and algal bloom that make the water impotable and responsible to cause various diseases. If such a kind of industrial waste and agricultural waste are directly dumped into the water bodies without any treatment, then these are counted as inorganic waste which are responsible for algal growth. Here algae grows on water surface as a carpet, and due to the growth of algae, a physical barrier is formed in between the hydrosphere and atmosphere. Here this algae acts as the physical barrier for the penetration of sunlight. Here light is not available, and because of that there will be death of all the plants found submerged in the water, because here light is not available to plants to synthesize their own food, and due to the scarcity of food all the plants will die, and the animals dependent on plants to obtain their food, and because of the death of plants, here there is no source of oxygen available in the water body. Only the oxygen dissolved in the water that is available, When all the oxygen dissolved in the water is consumed by animals, then what will happen? Because of scarcity of food, because of deplete oxygen, there will be death of whole the biota, all the animals will die, and the whole water body get polluted. You can analyze this pollution by analyzing BOD. It's biological oxygen demand. Or you can say oxygen required by microbes. If BOD is going to increase, then you can say the water body is polluted. And this whole phenomena is known as eutrophication. In a simple way, you can analyze eutrophication like this. Because of various kind of chemicals, there is rich growth of microbes, especially algae and bacteria, which makes a carpet-like structure at the surface of water body and act as the physical barrier for penetration of sunlight. Along with that, it also acts as the physical barrier for the penetration or the movement of gases from the atmosphere into the water bodies. And after that, all the plants will die because of no light availability. They cannot do photosynthesis. There will be death of all the plants, and because all the plants are not found yet, these are because of the death of all the plants, you can say the animals dependent on plants will also die, and they make whole the water body polluted. This one is indicating by increased BOD, and this phenomena is known as eutrophication. Now, prevention of water pollution. Bathing and washing clothes near the water body should be prohibited. Industrial and domestic waste should be treated before discharging and dumping into the water. Water treatment plant should be formed. We have to spread awareness of hygienic behaviors. We should use 3R system, which is this one is applicable for all the kind of pollution. Here the first R is reduce, second R is responsible for reuse, and the third R is for recycle. Instead of 3R, we can also use 4R system, in which the meaning of fourth R is refuse. We should refuse such a kind of pollutants which are non-biodegradable like plastic. Which we have already done. Refuse of polybags. This is the best example of 4R system. These all are the prevention measures of water pollution. Thank you everyone.